My son's camera monitor alerted in the middle of the night. I checked it and saw my wife and son sitting on the bed. They weren't my wife and son. I work nights as a nurse. It's rough, but I'm hoping for a day shift soon. One night, just after 3 a.m., I got a notification from my son's camera. Sound and movement. Nothing unusual. He's 3 and usually sleeps through the night, so I figured he rolled over or coughed. I opened the app and saw my wife and son sitting on his bed. Maybe he got scared, and she came to comfort him. I was about to close it when I noticed something wrong. They weren't doing anything, just sitting there, perfectly still, staring up at the camera. Their eyes were pale from the night vision. They weren't blinking, just breathing. I called my wife. She answered groggily, clearly just woken up. "Hey, you guys okay?" "Yeah. Buddy came in a little while ago. He was scared, so I let him stay." "You're in bed right now?" "Yeah. Why?" I glanced back at the monitor. They were still sitting there. "Hang on," I said, putting her on speaker and pulling up the app again. Same scene. Same blank stares. "You're positive you're in bed?" "Yes," she said. "Well, I'm looking at the camera. You and Buddy are in his room." A pause. "Wait, no, hang on." I heard rustling and then a sharp, terrified gasp. Then the line cut out. I called again. No answer. Then again and again. Finally, 4 minutes later, she called back. She was sobbing, completely hysterical. Eventually, she got out that they were in the car on the way to her parents'. When she saw the feed, she grabbed our son and ran out of the house, left the garage wide open. "I'll drive by after work and close it," I said. "No," she snapped. "You will not go in there." "Of course not. We have a code system, just a dumb joke we came up with watching too many body snatcher movies." She went through it with our son. He giggled like always. Then she did her part. It was her. They were safe. She told me that while running out, she glanced into our son's room. The faint light on the back of the camera cast just enough glow for her to see what looked like an adult figure sitting on the bed. The only thing that kept me at work was knowing they were gone. Every chance I got, I checked the monitor. They were still there, sitting, staring. I began to study them. Their breathing was natural. Their blinking random. No pattern, no looping. I watched the room get gradually brighter as the sun came up outside. It wasn't a recording. This was live. I thought about calling the police, but what would I even say? Something that looks like my wife and kid is sitting in my son's room doing nothing. What if these things were dangerous and the police got hurt? I showed a coworker the footage. He's into paranormal stuff. His first response was, "That's creepy as hell." Real helpful. Then he offered to go check it out with me. I refused, but eventually agreed to at least drive by and close the garage. We walked around the house, not sure what we were even looking for. Curtains were drawn. I went to close the garage, but suddenly I had the strongest urge to go inside. I had to know. We crept through the kitchen into the hallway. The silence was heavy. I pulled up the camera. Still there. Still staring. My coworker put a foot on the stairs. "Stop," I whispered. Then we heard it. A single loud creak from my son's room. He has one squeaky board in the center of the floor. Impossible not to step on. "Come on, come on, come on!" I shouted. We ran for the door. Outside, I checked the feed. Now it was just not my son. My wife's double was gone. My coworker stared. That was so stupid. Don't tell my wife we went in there. I hit the garage remote in my car. One last glance at the monitor. She was back. Both of them were there again. Still staring. Still blinking. Still waiting.